morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsy69. Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a brand new tank for you, and that is the Turtle Mark 1, a British tier 8 tank destroyer, kind of like the AT-15 and the Tortoise and etc. And unfortunately it is in the game for crates, but it is for gold crates. You know, it's a little bit better, but it's still crates. I wish Wargaming would just outright sell these tanks, especially tier 8 tanks. But you know, I think this is what we've come to, and this is what it's going to be going forward. Now we're going to look at the tank compared to the AT-15. Now the AT-15 I'm not a lover of because it just has too many weak points in the tank. What it does have now is DPM. It has 3,900 DPM for the AT-15, whereas the Turtle has 2,900. Now 2,900 is still a pretty good DPM. It's just the AT-15 has insane DPM. So DPM wise, the AT-15 has it all over. Now the penetration is better at 232, and the alpha is better also at 330. Rate of fire 8.9, and the reload is 6.7 seconds. So although it is similar to a AT-15, the gun is a bit better. It does more alpha and it has more penetration. Doesn't have it's 108 caliber gun, and the shell velocity is worse on the Turtle than the AT-15. Aim time slightly worse at 1.9, still not bad, and the dispersion 0.34 is much worse than the AT-15 at 0.272. So the AT-15 wipes it all over with aim time and dispersion and DPM. 10 degrees of gun depression, the same as the AT-15. The speed 20, the same as the AT-15. Where now the armor profile on this is the whole armor is 152, whereas the AT-15 is 229. But with the AT-15, I find it has more weak points. Now, when it says 229, you'd think that's great armor, but that's only certain parts of the tank. Now, we're going to have a quick look at the armor profile on Blitzhanger. Sorry. Let's just turn. Where are we? Let's turn my screen. Here we go. So the armor profile, I mean, I've been playing it and it's really not bad. I mean, it's 152, but effective, I mean, looking directly at it, effective 269, 249 on the bottom, and I mean, it's 264 on the sides there. The upper part is a bit weaker at 163, 164, and obviously you've got the gun mantlet, which is pretty much impenetrable. Well, around the edge it has spaced armor on the tracks, as you can see, all the pink. I find it does work. I mean, if you use your gun depression and sort of aim up, yes, the top part is still weak, but your bottom part of the hull is actually quite strong. I mean, look at that, 330 mil effective. So you're going to get some bounces in this thing. Side scrape, you can side scrape there at 610 effective. What I like about this over the AT-15 is the hatch. I mean, the AT line, the whole line, they have massive hatches on top. Yes, this one has a hatch, but I mean, look how small it is. It's very, very difficult to get the hatch. You can see on the sides as well, it's pretty much no one can HE you, even from the sides, 128 and 103 at the back. Of course, at the rear, people will HE you at 77 millimeters. So the armor profile for me actually works. Now, Wargaming actually nerfed the tank. We tested it a while ago, and I think Wargaming actually nerfed it. I don't know why, because I only played a couple of games in this thing, and I really enjoyed it. I mean, you can get bounces. You really can get bounces. I find you can get more bounces on this than you can on the AT-15. Now, let me just turn the volume down because you're not going to want to hear it. Now, as you can see here, I've literally just played the tank two times. That is all I have played it. Now we're going to watch the first game just to see how we go, and this is literally my first game in it. Now we're going to fast forward it just a little bit, and we are going to go towards the heavy side, and we was going to camp, but you thought, you know what, let's just see what this tank can do against these two heavy tanks. Now, all the damage I pretty much do in this game is against these two heavies, and you're going to see it's not, I mean, we're going to have a T-34 in front of us. He's going to aim. You can see he's aiming. He's not just snapshotting, he's aiming, which maybe he's aiming at the weak points, which is good, because even though he can pen, but he has to take that time to be able to pen you. So I don't mind that. I don't mind if people aim at your weak points, because the more they're aiming, the less they're shooting, the less their DPM is going to be. And we're going to get that shot. Yes, it is a slow tank, but you know, I enjoy it. I enjoy this tank much more than I enjoy the AT-15, even with the AT-15 having 4,000 DPM. Now, we're just going to rush this guy. We know he's on a reload, so we're just going to rush him, because if he does reload, he may be able to take us out. So we are just going to push towards him. We're going to get that shot, and we've got a high roll loaded now, so we are going to get another shot. 413 roll, which isn't bad, you know, for a tortoise-like tank. Now, it looks like a squash tortoise. It really does look like a squash. Look at it. I think it does look ugly from the side. It really does look like it's squashed. But you know, that's pretty much all we're well, not pretty much, that is all we're going to do this game. Credit wise, we're going to see if hopefully it reloads. Come on, because I hate this with the game, when you exit the game, or not when you exit the game, but when you come off the game and then go back onto it, it just lags, and you have to literally restart your game. So we might have to do that. If I do, then I'm going to cut off and then we'll come back. But doesn't look like it's reloading for me. Okay, let's cut it off, and then we'll be back. So sorry about that, guys. Obviously, for you, it didn't really take much time. But credit-wise, let's just go back into this game and then exit. I mean, we could have actually just gone on to the freaking battle results, but silly me. Now, this tank is for crates. Is it worth it? Probably not, no, because it is crates. But if you manage to get it in your first couple of crates, then of course it's going to be worth it. As I say, with any tank. Now, as you can see, only 2,700 damage there, but 76,000 credits, which I thought, you know, that's not bad, actually. That really isn't bad. Now, the next game, we are top tier. We're on mines. We're going to push the hill. We're going to push the hill because we spot the enemy team going round by the cap, and pretty much the whole of the enemy team do go around that area. So you thought, you know what, we are going to go onto the hill. We've got 10 degrees of gun depression, so we may be able to get our gun down. And luckily, the SU-130 PM misses us there. So we do manage to get up the hill without taking any shots. Now, the enemy does have another TD, which I'm a bit weary of. And there he is there, the SU-12244. So we're going to get one shot off, 350 Alpha, and then we're going to hide from him. And we was hoping to actually just completely farm him down. But we do get shot from the SU somehow, even with all my team behind. You can see he wanted to go for me. He had all these green players to go for, and he decides to go for me. Maybe because it's a new tank, people haven't seen it, so he just wants to, you know, he wants to shoot me. But you know, we'll take it. He's the one losing his hit points, so he's gonna die very shortly. So our team, there he goes. So one tank down each, and it's now a 6 versus 6. We do get a nasty shot there from that SU, who finally pokes out. So good job for him. I mean, he was hiding, and as soon as he realised I wasn't looking, I do take a shot. So we haven't bounced anything yet, but look at all these red tanks around here. We are getting so many red tanks. We get a nice shot there. 289, that was a bit of a low roll there, but we do manage to back up in time. Now I am going to poke out, and we're going to get another shot on that T20. We're just going to back up, and we're just going to keep doing that as long as no one's looking. Now, he was looking here, and we do take a nasty shot from that T20. Now, we didn't need to take that. That was unnecessary. We really did not need to take that. And that was a troll bounce there into the tracks. So now we have to be very careful. We're on 2k damage, but we are now a one-shot. So we're happy here. As long as this T20 isn't looking, T2020 isn't looking at us, then we should be okay. Now, the problem with being here is I'm always going to be spotted. So some of the enemy team, like the T2020, he wasn't spotted. I didn't know if he was looking at me. Now I do know he's not looking at me, so we are able to poke forward and take him out. Now with the Pidgeotto moving down, we are now able to try and get a little bit forward with the T30 coming around. I have to pay attention also to the Chieftain because we don't know where he is. Now our Panther just literally does a YOLO run, but that's great for me because I'm able now to get a few shots into him, takes the shot into the T34, and the Panther was able to take him out before he dies. So now it is a 3 versus 2. We're on 3k damage. You can see me trying to still be careful of that Chieftain. He is still there and I'm still a one shot, so I need to be very careful of him because I mean he wasn't spotted, now he is. The Pidgeotto runs away around the corner, but he does make the mistake in poking out, getting the kill, but him getting that kill on the Emil literally makes him lose all of his hit points, and now he's only on 20 hit points. The Chieftain is going to make a mistake and he's going to keep coming around, and he is still spotted, so I was able to take that shot out. Now this next move, it's very risky, very risky. I could have died. I didn't need to take that risk, but I did. It paid off. So I do get the bounce, and that was my only bounce that game. So you can see people can easily deal with you, but the first game you see that you're also able to bounce shots. So I like what Wargaming have done. I mean, I don't think they needed to nerf it, but I like what Wargaming have done. It is a completely balanced tank. It's nothing really bad about it, and there's nothing really good about it. It's a good tank to have in your garage. It's not an AT-15. It's a squashed tortoise, basically. That's what I'm going to call it, a squashed tortoise. So nice tank. It is a nice tank. I enjoy it, but sadly it is in crates, so maybe I'll try a few K gold in trying to get it, but if not, you know, I'm just going to wait for it to come. I've got the ace anyway on my main account, as I did test it, and as you can see there, 3.5k, 80,000 credits, so it's not bad. It's not a bad credit earner. So hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm meadsy69, and I will catch you all soon. Bye bye. With